Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today we are discussing why ACSD over martial arts. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with martial arts. Love the martial arts, always have, always will. But why are so many, either somewhere along the line in their journey or later on, are coming to ACSD, and why are they choosing that? We're gonna take a look at some of the factors, but before we do that, as always, a warm welcome to the faithful following of the Cane Fist Way, and those of you who are here for the first time. Two things you want to do straight off the bat. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself of the #1 no-cost resource, the Cane Clarity Call. Just text the letters CCC to 305-745-7839 in less than 24 hours. We will be on a phone call with you, outlining, listening first to your goals, what it is you want to achieve with this, discussing potential, and then getting you a real tangible plan that you can start applying immediately so that you can get cane trained. And not only that, but answer all your questions regarding the cane culture. So why is it that people are looking around, they come to ACSD, they've been doing martial arts for many years, or maybe later on in life they have injuries, and what is it that makes ACSD unique and maybe a bit different than the martial arts? And again, I love the martial arts, nothing wrong, but there is a difference there. And one of the main differences, first of all, for those of you who are, ACSD stands for American Cane Self-Defense. It is not a generic name, it is the name of our system. And it also consists of specialty curriculums within the umbrella that is American Cane Self-Defense. But ACSD is a tool-first method. It's a system, and in this way, it is a throwback to the traditional art. So there's many martial artists today that are they apply. We're enamored with all the empty hand applications. There's just something about that that attracts us. And but many of the martial arts are tools first, right? So the katana, the Japanese sword, or they might be a blade art. The really neat thing about ACSD is that it is a cane art, and we can carry the tool that we train with anywhere, because it is essentially a mobility device. I always say it's a mobility device that can save your life. Some of the advantages are, hey, it's already in my hand. I don't need to have it concealed. It's long enough that it's not going to get lost in a purse or a pocket, and it's already in my hand, and that's tough to beat because I can explode with it from there. So it is a tool first system that can carry it anywhere. Number two is that ACSD is a complete system in the sense that it teaches you the cane applications, but it also teaches you the empty hand version of those applications. Everything from whether you're getting grabbed in here and you come in, both hands, and come in and you're locking and moving this out. He's throwing a punch, coming in here. Well, when I set that cane down, you're coming in here. There is an application for everything that you're doing here with the cane. So it's very complete in that sense. It also teaches you how to defend, whether you're being grabbed, whether you're taken to the floor. So those components are looked at, but then they're put into reality-based scenarios, and there is a difference there. It's not just where you're coming in here and I'm getting a bear hug and you're looking to break out of here and do this. It's not just that in particular, but how do I do this under duress when I don't know what to expect? There's a way of setting up those scenarios that's beyond this presentation, but what it does is it's very good at tricking the brain into thinking that you're in an actual situation. So there's an adrenaline rush there. Now, can you apply when somebody's coming in, back off, under the stress of the moment, when the adrenaline interferes with your ability to make quick decisions, and it interferes also with your physical coordination. So in that sense, it is essentially a very thorough and complete system that covers not just the tool, but the empty hand. The other thing is that it allows you, number three, is that it allows you to escalate or de-escalate. I have a choice here. I don't always, contrary to popular belief, he's coming in here. I don't always have to go, for this shot that might turn to be, a headshot that might be fatal. No, not at all. Not all the threats warrant the same type. So if he's coming with a push in here, I don't necessarily have to come. He comes with a push. I lock him up. You see the response I get, and this is not going to seriously injure him, but it's enough to incapacitate. Right? It requires some skill. On the other hand, you find yourself in a situation where there's a weapon involved, or maybe he's turned around over here and he's holding somebody hostage, and you need to come in here, a friend, a family member, a loved one. Then it allows you to go ahead and escalate as needed. ACSD is also a system that meets you where you are. And what I mean by that is many who come to ACSD, they do use a cane out of necessity to ambulate. Sometimes they use 2 canes like we have there. And sometimes there are injuries. They may have suffered to where they can't lift a limb overhead. Maybe they're seated. Bring me a chair over here so that I can demo something real quick, just seated here. But if you turn the camera down a little bit, but if we're seated here and I can't move, and he comes and he grabs, or he does anything here, well, it allows me to, and that other punch is coming and I cover myself, so boy, he's gonna come all the way around, and right, it shows you how to. Thank you for that. That's very improvised. I'm just going off the top, and he's on hardwood, but it allows us training methods. We always say come as you are, because if this is turned off, then my handling has to be in such a way that when he comes in, I still have to be able to move from here. So it's a system that meets you where you are. It's easier to learn. It's easier to learn and master. And with today's technology, from the comfort of wherever you are. And so that's a little bit different, because it's excellent for solo training, which leads me to the next. This is important, because if you think of most self-defense systems today, out of necessity, you need another warm body. You need another warm body to do these things. But ACSD has a system put in there which it's movement-based. That cane flow ties me into the last of those advantages, and that is that it has health benefits. Cane training, the way that we do it, is brain training, and it starts ingraining in the nerve system the pathway so that you can respond in a timely fashion and practice the art of not being there, the art of sometimes having to be first, knowing and being able to read pre-attack indicators, and when something's going, not just that, but verbals, hey, and not being there for, hey, listen, I have to go, creating distance. So there's many tactical principles that are tied in, and the system itself is designed to enhance circulation, better balance, better control, and brain training. And so most are coming still for self-protection, but they stay for 2 things. The community is the best caner community in the world. I can look at you straight and say that, but don't just take my word for it. Read some of the reviews. And number 2, they stay for the pleasant surprises, the health benefits that come from ACSD caning. And so those are some of the reasons, and this is straight off of an FAQ. Hey, why did you choose to go the route with the cane? And some of the answers compiled from some of the interviews that we've had, and why people are choosing American Cane Self-Defense as their go-to for self-protection, but beyond that also for all the pleasant, the hidden surprises and benefits that come from a movement-based cane art. How do you learn this stuff? Well, I just told you. One of the advantages of it is that it meets you where you are. It's easy to learn and master, and you can learn it from wherever you are, wherever you reside. That's something that the technology affords us. The majority who are coming to see us, they don't like the technology, and if you're thinking you need to be really high tech, you don't. You don't. This is a method that we have refined over decades. So We look forward to helping you out. And again, you can go ahead and reach out. We're at 800-289-8188 or text the letter CCC to 305-745-7839. I'm Joe Robina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.